Yeah, maybe we'll get the new map the next time I stream. We'll see. Yeah, we're gonna play some Snowrunner. Drive the truck. What is my favorite vehicle? In the base game, I think the International Paystar was the one that I just used for everything. I really like the International Paystar. But I have a lot of mods, and I basically almost exclusively use mods now. I think my favorite modded truck, probably this one, the RNG USK-23, which is a mod of the Marines MTVR truck. But I also really, really like the this one, which is the MP500. It's a Unimog. What about in real life? What's my favorite vehicle? I have entirely too many. I got too many vehicles that are potentially my favorite.
You have another subscriber.
Thank you very much, Matthew280, for the 1 month subscription. I really appreciate it. Oh, hey, by the way, look, I got... This is basically the exact same truck that I had while I was in the military. It wasn't my truck, but it was my truck. Yeah. Pretty much this thing. See, it's got this weird little T-handle on the front of it that you, like, undo that pin, and then you put your foot on the front bumper, and then you pull that T-handle back, and that helps you open the hood. Thank you very much for the nice message, Raccoon Trucking. That's what I do here. I do, we get a raccoon and he drives the truck. Hope I'm having a good day. Good to see you again. Thank you very much. Went from active to guard and you still can't get away from staff duty. It's inescapable. Alright. We're gonna make it daytime. And we need to pick up metal beams. Where do we get metal beams from? There's a sideboard trailer with metal beams, but do I want to go all the way over there for it? Or, ooh, neither one of those are particularly tempting. I don't really care. Oh, man, none of these are particularly tempting. Basically, I either have to go all the way out here to a ramped flatbed trailer, which, now that I'm thinking about it, might not be a bad idea because then I can just sell that trailer. You know what? Yeah, we'll be stupid. We'll take the we'll take the one that's probably the worst option. We'll go pick this up because this is just all mud. Like, this is horrible. All of this stuff is terrible to drive through. So we'll go pick up this trailer. Yeah, we'll do that. Because then it gets the trailer off my map. I can drop off the metal beams. And then I can sell the trailer for money. We've got to have money. Oh, he fell asleep in the truck. Yeah, this is what my truck that had my shop on the back of it. My portable shop on the back of it. This is what it looked like. I think mine was a slightly newer one or one that had been upgraded because there was a speedometer. Oh, okay, yeah, that is the speedometer. All right, so you got this one right here is RPM. That one is miles per hour. I think somewhere on here was a dial or a gauge. Somewhere on here was a gauge that listed how many hours the engine had run. And then these things are all little lights which turn on when something is broken. And I don't remember what each one does. And then down there are all the light switches. And then I forget where the switch to turn the vehicle on is. Somewhere around here. You'll notice that these windows, they got these little arms on them. You can loosen these, and then the whole window pivots outwards. So the whole windshield can pivot out. So you can actually open the windshield, which is kind of crazy. And then the wiper blades are powered by little pneumatic lines. You can see there. So when the wipers are running, they go pss, 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 pss. It's really annoying. There's the shifter right there. And then you'll notice that there's a big old bench seat here, and then this seat. And there's actually a gap in between the two of them where the parking brake is. And the really fun thing is that it makes it very uncomfortable to try to sleep in the cab of one of these. Truck is proper orky? Yeah, it is. Yeah, we got a basically the same truck I had when I was in the military. What speed was it governed to? I don't think I ever got one over 60? I think 60 was the fastest I got one of these things going. How flat would this make someone if hit? Very, very flat. Was I trained to drive this truck, or did I figure it out? I was trained to drive a Humvee. And then I kind of had to figure out how to drive one of these ones. But, I mean, it's basically just big truck. No owl. No, I can't put an owl up there. That makes me really sad. There's not really a good spot for the owl either, unfortunately. Otherwise, yeah, I would totally have an owl on there. Thank you very much for stopping by, Figgy Pones. I will do my best to have a good one. Yeah, 60 miles an hour was the fastest I've ever had one of these things. It really does not want to go 60 miles an hour. Like, this truck does not want to go that speed. It barely wants to go 50. Like, getting it to go up to even, like, 45 miles an hour is already a pain in the ass. Are Humvees automatic? Yes, they are. Almost all military vehicles are automatic now. In fact, I would venture a guess to say that all military vehicles are now automatic. I would presume that there are barely any at all military vehicles that are manual transmission, because most soldiers have no idea how to drive a manual transmission. I know how to drive a manual transmission. It's not that complicated, but if you don't know how to do it, I can see it being very confusing. What is my favorite 40k faction? Probably Astra Militarum, followed by Tau. Yeah, my favorite Warhammer 40k faction is probably Astra Militarum, followed by Tau. I don't play the tabletop game. If I did, I would probably play Astra Militarum. I think the Guard is cool. And then that means that I can play Death Korps of Krieg, which would be really cool. Because I want my far future space game. I want my far future space game to be just World War I. Don't these trucks have 5-speed dog legs? Nope. They just got... Oh, you can't really see it. It's right down here. They just got a shifter. It's got a normal Perndle shifter like you would find in basically any normal car. Only the truck itself is massive. Yeah, I don't really play the tabletop game. I never had enough money to buy the minis, and I was never particularly interested in doing it. And now, well, no, Games Workshop has always been kind of shit. But I kind of try not to support Games Workshop very much, just because they're assholes. And for a company, they really don't understand how to get people to enjoy their product. So, getting into miniatures is a slippery slope. It definitely can be. It definitely can be. I will admit that painting minis is fun. I enjoy doing it. The little I've done of it, I really enjoyed it. I feel like I did a very good job. I'll have to see if I can find the photos of the minis I painted. I put them on Twitter, but that was years ago, so... I got some of like I think they're called Bones miniatures. I got some of those and I painted some different ones. I painted a little, like, polar bear. And I painted a little alligator. Great. See, if I had a 3D printer, I would 100% just print, miniatures. Definitely not Games Workshop inspired ones. No. Never, never, never. Would never do anything illegal like that. But I would totally just print little minis. Thank you very much, Xbox Assassin, for the 2 months of Prime subscription. I like the Deathcore of Krieg. I might like the Vostroyan Firstborn. I've never heard of that one. Oh, didn't they just come out? He said I try not to mess around with Warhammer 40k stuff, and then immediately starts talking about more of it. Didn't they just come out with basically fucking Space Dwarves? They pretty much just ripped off Deep Rock Galactic. Didn't they just do that recently? They're like the Voton or something? I forget what they're called. They seem cool. They seem really cool. If I was gonna start playing Warhammer 40k, I would probably start playing Voton. That would be fun. Yeah, I think it's kind of funny that they just ripped off Deep Rock Galactic, though. Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to want to support Games Workshop when you have a fan series that has millions upon millions of views. Like, a fan series that combined probably has billions of views when you put all the episodes together, is universally loved, is one of the reasons that people, myself included, started looking into Warhammer 40k, because the series was fun. And you see that and go, no, we're suing you. You're never allowed to do that again. That's incredibly disappointing, and it really makes me not want to support anything they do. Wonder how International Harvester Scout would perform in this mud? No idea. Oh, I also saw your question earlier, and I completely forgot to answer it about, will I do a scout vehicle run anytime soon? Not really. I don't particularly like scout vehicles in this game. There's a couple that are decent, but I'm not a huge scout vehicle fan. Who did they say? Oh, I'm sorry. I should have specified. It was the series if the Emperor had a text-to-speech device, or it's usually just referred to as TTS. Yeah, I really like that. I thought it was really fun, and it's really, really disappointing what they did to his series. There's those beams. Oh, yeah, I guess you can also just use Tabletop Sim to play Warhammer. That's true. I'm kind of surprised that they haven't tried to, they haven't, like, sued Tabletop Sim for that. But I guess if it's all, like, fan-made stuff, then really they don't have anything to sue them over. If it's all just fan-made stuff. Oh, let's see how poorly this will work. It seems to be working okay, honestly. If I had a chance to handle the Beretta BRX-1. Which one is that? I got head filled with bees, can't remember. Let me look. Can't remember which one the Beretta BRX-1, or, yeah. Which one's the BRX-1? No, I have not had a chance to handle that. Is that their new straight pole? I think that just came out. Yeah, I haven't seen one of those in person. That, like, just came out, so... No idea. I love straight poles, though. I would love to get a straight pole rifle. You know, honestly, the truck isn't doing too bad. It's kind of burning fuel like a motherfucker, but... Well, it was. It's not now. Now it's not terrible. Blazer R93 would be awesome. I would love to have a Blazer R93, but the problem is they're incredibly expensive, and to be completely honest, they're a little overrated. I'm not real big on their locking system that Blazer uses. I think there's better locking systems, and I've heard some horror stories of the Blazer R93s, like, blowing apart. I have no idea if that's true. The other thing that kills me about the Blazers is that the trigger is part of the magazine, and it's like $200 for one of those things. That is just insane. I think if I was going to buy a modern straight pole, having not seen the Beretta BRX-1, I don't know whether or not that's good. I would assume it's probably okay. But the, Savage... Oh, what is it? Savage makes a straight pole that uses ball bearings to lock the bolt in place. And that is actually a really interesting idea. I think that one's really cool. If I was going to buy a modern straight pole bolt action, that's probably what I would get. From all the reviews I've seen on it, it's incredibly good. It functions very well. It locks up very well. So... Which truck is this? Well, this is a truck that was added by a mod, but it's the same truck that I had while I was in the military. I forget what the exact nomenclature of this truck is. Let me see, I'm looking it up really quick. Oh, it's an M939 series. It's the M939 5-ton truck. Do I miss driving this truck? Not really. It kind of sucks. I miss having big fuck-off vehicles sometimes, because it's kind of fun to have a big fuck-off vehicle. But Driving it at any speed over 25 miles an hour is exhilarating. We'll put it that way. It's very interesting. These big trucks will go basically any speed over, let's say, 35 miles an hour. Any speed over that, they will do under duress, and they will let you know that they're not happy to be going that fast. Saw one for sale by you. Yeah, they're... You see a lot of these things for sale now. The army has kind of stopped using these. They're mostly using, like, LMTVs now. So, they've started kind of selling some of these off. They are still a bunch in inventory. The one I had while I was in the military was built in, like, 1950-something. No, I'm sorry, it wasn't built in 1950-something, it was built in 1970-something. Why did I say 50-something? That would be the previous one. The one I drove while I was in the military was built in 1970-something. And it had been painted approximately 6 times. And the Army does not really take very much care when painting their vehicles. They kind of just tape off some of the things, and then just spray the entire thing down in paint. What about the old K31? Yeah, that's a good one. K31's a sweet bolt action. I would love to get one of those. I used to have one, and then I sold it because I'm stupid. But yeah, I would love to get a K31. That's probably one of the better old straight pull bolt actions. The Steyr M95s are cool, but the only ones you find anymore are carbines, and they kick like a motherfucker. So... Man, do I just leave you in diff lock? I think I do. I think you just need to stay with locked differential, truck. All right, I don't know. I don't know if I necessarily want to go that way. I don't know if I necessarily want to take this road here because of this pass, and that's going to kind of suck with this big trailer. This is all mud. And you know what? The truck has proven it can go through mud. So we will take the muddy path. And once we get back to here, we'll evaluate how much fuel we have left and if we need to drive another truck down to refuel it. What did I think of Alan Wake 2? I wish I liked it more. I really do. I didn't particularly care for the gameplay. I can appreciate a slow burn game, but that game was really, really slow, and the combat was kind of not a whole lot of fun. So, yeah, I thought it was alright. I wish I liked it more. How is this truck not deadlined yet? Because I am the truck's operator, and I take care of my truck. The sergeant tells me to do a PMCS, and I return to him with a piece of paper that says no new faults. And he gets very mad at me because I was gone for 2 minutes. No, I'm not kidding. I am kidding. I was one of the few people that actually properly did PMCS. Because I cared about my equipment, and I wanted my equipment to work properly. This truck needs to magically have something. Yeah, that always drove me nuts when, like, I would do PMCS, and I'm gone for, like, a good hour, right? I'm doing an hour of PMCS and making sure that everything is done properly. All the tires have air in them. I'm like scraping the excess paint off of things so that I can better see what's going on with it. Actually maintaining my vehicle, and then I come back and I'm like, yep, no new faults. And he's just like, whoa, there's gotta be something wrong with it. And I'm just like, you want me to just make up something? No, there's nothing wrong with the truck. I did a really good job of making sure there's nothing wrong with it. Yeah, like, legitimately, I just could not win sometimes in the military. I just could not win. A visit from the Treasure Panda. Choo-choo. Hello, TP. Choo-choo. Choo-choo. Choo-choo-choo-choo-choo. He recognizes this truck. Why do you recognize this truck? Choo-choo. Choo-choo-choo. He says it was his home for a while. Not this one specifically, but one like it was his home for a bit. Choo-choo. Ooh, choo-choo. Choo-choo. I might have to drive a fuel delivery vehicle out to this thing even sooner than I thought. Holy shit. Choo-choo. We'll see you got the carbonator hooked up to the motor, and well, that's all wrong, so you're gonna need new gasket belt. It is definitely a guzzler. Choo-choo-choo. Need an exhaust sample from the scrap heap. That's how you could always tell who the new mechanics were. If you saw them walking around with a garbage bag filled with exhaust, you knew that they were a newbie. No, you tell them that you needed an exhaust sample. So they have to go to the vehicle and they start it, and then you tell them that the way they collect the exhaust sample, TP, is they hold a garbage bag up to the exhaust, right? And get a bunch of exhaust into it. And then they gotta find a way to get the exhaust into an AOAP bottle. I don't know, because it's fun to be mean to people sometimes. It is pretty stupid, yeah, but, you know. The ones that are smart immediately figure out that that's really dumb. Yeah, this is quite the climb here. The one that you always do for small arms repair, if you have howitzers or artillery, is you tell them that they have to do a boom test. So they have to go up to the vehicle. They have to go up to the howitzer. They have to go up to the howitzer and yell boom into the muzzle to test for the internal barrel resonance. Basically, the end goal is to get them to be yelling boom into the muzzle of a howitzer while they have a towel draped over their head. That's pretty much it. Alright, we're gonna actually have to stop here and bring another vehicle with fuel. What do we bring? We'll use the Unimog. The Unimog. Teach me how to gun smarts so I can gain intelligence. That's not how gun smarts work, unfortunately. The more gun smarts you have, the more dumb you are. Like me. I got lots of gun smarts, so I'm real big dumb. You don't want gun smarts, trust me. What do I think about DayZ and its gunplay? I played DayZ once and I didn't like it. I just didn't have a fair... I didn't enjoy playing it. It wasn't fun for me.
Ooh, did you?
Yes, the owl.
Choo-choo!
The owl is here.
Choo-choo. Choo, choo, choo.
Alright, let's see. Great.
Choo-choo-choo-choo.
Gun to Head Tarkov or Hello Kitty Island Adventure? Easily Hello Kitty Island Adventure. I would play Hello Kitty Island Adventure without a gun to my head.
Choo-choo-choo.
Someone asked what's worse, gun smarts or car smarts? Gun smarts are worse because car smarts are actually applicable. You can actually use car smarts in everyday life and people don't look at you like a crazy person. But then car people, though? Yeah. Honestly, I think I'd rather deal with car people than gun people.
Choo-choo-choo-choo.
People in general are just... Yeah, people in general are pretty intolerable most of the time.
Choo-choo-choo.
On the topic of, like, hazing the newbie, when I got to my unit at Fort Polk, someone tried to tell me to go get a box of grid squares. So I came back with a box of maps.
Choo-choo.
Because the grid squares are on the maps. It took me, like, 2 minutes.
Choo.
Oh, we got a little... That was... Goodness. Truck is trying to drift. It has the heart of a rally car.
Choo-choo.
Alright. Refuel the truck.
Choo-choo.
I should have brought more fuel. Goodness. That'll be enough.
Choo-choo. 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 Choo-choo.
Who gave the trash panda a license to drive a truck? It's okay, he's forklift certified.
Choo-choo.
Nobody can stop him now. He has his forklift certification. Surprised I'm not checking out the new map. I would have to download it, and I didn't know that it was out yet.
Choo-choo-choo-choo.
How does one even get certified for lifting forks? Well, first you have to go to Bed Bath & Beyond. Then you gotta find their forks. And you just pick them up. That's step one. Once you've picked up enough of them, they'll find you. Then I don't know what to tell you. If you don't want them to find you, then don't pick up the forks. Does it have to be Bed Bath & Beyond? I mean, I guess, like, following the spirit of forklift certification? Yeah, probably, but, you know, I feel like anywhere would be able to technically do that for you. Anywhere that carries forks, that is.
Choo.
What happens if I lift a spoon instead? Well, that gets you spoon lift for certification, which is a different thing. Yeah, spoon lift certification is a different thing, so.
Choo, 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 choo. Choo.
Oh, yeah, that we need. This we need a diff lock for.
Choo, choo, choo. Choo, choo.
Wait. I went the wrong way. These gotta go to the quarry. I'm not trying to back up with this thing. That would suck. I'd hate that. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make this more complicated than we have to.
Choo, choo, choo.
We're gonna make this way more complicated than it has to be.
Choo. Choo, 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 choo.
What we're gonna do is drive this all the way back to the garage.
Choo, choo.
Treasure Panda, I thought you left. Where'd he go? He left. He actually left that time for real. He just showed up, he was just holding a sandwich. I was thinking of getting a lever action rifle. What do I think is a good one good one or caliber to get? Anything in 357 Magnum I think is a good caliber to get a lever action in. But that's just because it's fun. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. Step one is we're going to bring this trailer all the way over here. Great, right there is perfect. Now, step 2 is we unpack the cargo. Perfect. Step 3, detach trailer, and then this truck is just gonna go back to the garage. Great. All right, so now we need... Actually, you know what? I think we need this thing. Perfect. With a big stupid crane. It's the lifting king. And then we park the lifting king. Yeah, right there should work. Go back to here. Last time I used this truck, it screwed me over, but I'm willing to give it a second chance at redemption. This is gonna go great. I'm so smart. Activate anchors. Ooh! Ooh! Damn! Impressive! Oh my god, this is so much easier with a big crane than it is with a small crane. I just need to use a big crane for everything now. This is ridiculous. Nope, nope. I'm going the wrong way somehow. Oh, almost. I was really hoping that was just going to drop right in there. It's probably close enough. Great. Look at that. Look how well that went. And then now we just need to put the crane. Oh, well, that works too. God, that other truck is so loud I couldn't even tell this thing was running. Alright. We need to go like this. And we just need to go there. Alright. Are there any lever action brands I would recommend? I don't know. Honestly, Rossi makes a really good 357 Magnum lever action that isn't too terribly expensive. If you don't mind doing a little bit of work to it to make it, you know, like really good. Basically, every single other lever action brand thinks that they're making like this heirloom quality gun, and it really isn't. It smells like a wood shop. And then they charge like $6,000 for it, so, eh. And now this will be a lot easier. Because moving just one set of beams is a lot easier than trying to tow an entire trailer, which is also made of beams, that is filled with beams. I am okay with this plan. This is a good plan. Beep. What an excellent plan. Beep. Beep. Ooh. Almost like boringly easy. Do I have any advice for someone who works in a gun shop? I don't know. Anytime someone brings a gun in, make sure you clear it like 3 separate times because people are stupid. Oh, it's not loaded. Yeah, I bet. Okay, yeah, let's go straight around. Oh, is Moobot out of control again and is just deleting people's messages? That happens way too often. I don't know how to rein in Moobot. What the? Go. Move, truck. Man, I need to get higher levels in this game so I can actually upgrade this truck. You can upgrade the trucks? Yes, you can. I should also not have gone the way that I did to get over this area. I should have followed the road. And not this way. But I'm not smart. Oh man, there's another trailer here. Yay, I got promoted! Alright. Do that. Can I upgrade this truck a little bit now? Ooh, I can. We could put the... Ooh. I could put a more powerful engine in it. Hell yeah, we'll do that. Big engine. Off-road. Ooh, I could actually put the active... I could put the active suspension? I don't need that right now, though. So, we'll hold off on the active suspension. Can't put any better tires on this thing, though. They need to be level 11 to get better tires. It was dumb. That's dumb. Oh, but I want the service box. Alright, well, at least I can put a spare tire on this thing now. Wait, why can I put these... Why can I put a spare tire on this? Why can I put a spare tire on here, but I can't get the tire for my actual vehicle? Game? Stupid. You're dumb. You're dumb, game. That's infuriating. Alright. Spare tire yet? No jerry can? I know, it's stupid. Unless, like, there is one right there. I think this does actually have, like, a fuel can on the truck bed, but... Alright. Retain truck. Go back outside. Grab this thing. Remember Zach had a story where a FUD held a revolver with a C-clamp right over the cylinder? Yeah, and he continued shooting it like that. And I was like, hey man, don't do that. You're probably gonna, like, horribly burn yourself at best, or blow your fingers off at worst. And he was like, don't you fucking tell me how to shoot. I've been doing this since before you were born. And I was basically just like, alright, dude, and just let him continue doing it. It's like, wow, dude. Alright, we'll use this thing. Why is it raining so hard? What is a FUD? It's someone, usually an older person, that thinks they know more about guns than anybody else. They love sporterized rifles and making really bad decisions with firearms. And it's short for Elmer FUD. Usually they only get them for, like, I don't know, they think that, like, a hunting rifle is the best thing ever. Yeah. You know what? You know what we're gonna do? Yeah, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get that crane back out. We're gonna get the crane back out. Because I might need those beams at some point. Yes, a FUD is the kind of person that would say, if you need more than one shot to take down a bad guy, then you shouldn't be shooting. It's just like, alright, dude. Nope, not that one. This one. Game, please. Game, please. Perfect. Isn't that truck also used for mobile missile launchers? Usually it is, yeah. Perfect. And we'll just leave that right there. Great. Restore crane. Perfect. Go park this thing back in the garage. First time finally catching a live stream. Everyone's favorite spirit animal, Zakoon. Aw. Thank you, Scotty knows Stacy's mom. And then go back to this thing. And then sell this trailer. Great. And now I have made money on selling a trailer that I was not going to use. Alright, now what mission am I doing now? I like how I just like drifted to a stop there. That was pretty funny. Aid at the island? What is that? Oh. Damn, that's a lot of XP for that mission. Shit. That's a lot of XP for that mission. Do I consider the entire ocean to be a soup? No. It's an ocean. It's right there in the name. It's pretty obvious. That is a lot of experience. Deliver long logs 1 to the quarry, long logs 1 to the drilling site. I think I gotta go all the way to Black River, though. To get the long logs. Yeah. Have I ever tried the Yakuza series? I have not. They always seem interesting, but there's a lot of stuff to do, and it's kind of overwhelming, and I don't know if I want to spend that much time playing.
You have another subscriber.
Playing a game, you know? Thank you very much, Scotty knows Stacy's mom, for the 1-month subscription. I really appreciate it, man. I think the ocean is more of a broth. No, it's a it's an ocean. It's right there in the name. It's an ocean. It's just an ocean. I don't know what else it would be, other than ocean. Alright, so you need that one for the long logs. I don't think I have anything that can carry long logs individually. What else could we use? I don't think this one has... I don't think that one has a long log bed. No, this one does. Well, let's take a look. The hell is this debate? That's what I'm wondering. What is this debate? Yeah, we're gonna take the Western Star NF 1430 Plus. We're gonna take this truck. Is there a trailer store in Black River? Oh, okay, yeah, so there's a trailer store right on the way there. So we can go here, go to the trailer store, get the trailer, pick up a long log, bring it back. Alright, that's what we're gonna do. That is what we're gonna do. Because that is a lot of experience. And I want it. .762, do I choose the Garand, the STG-44, or the Lewis heavy machine gun? Always go with Lewis machine gun. Lewis machine gun is the best one. Ooh, that's quite a toot. That's quite the toot. It's so heavy. You were the one that suggested it! If you didn't want me to tell you to get the Lewis machine gun, then you shouldn't have suggested it. Truck. Like I just ran over like 8 different things. Is there an end game in Snowrunner, or is it just endless mission grind? It's just doing different missions. I would hesitate to call it a grind because it's not like... I don't know, I guess maybe you could call it a grind, but yeah, it's just doing missions. I like it, it's fun. Alright, so we need to go... There's actually a bunch of stuff here I haven't done yet, and I kind of don't know why I haven't done it yet, but alright, it's fine. Don't worry about it. We need to go down here to the trailer store. And then... here... to the log station. Alright, alright, alright. What's my opinion on those shitty salad tomatoes? I fucking hate tomatoes. I don't like tomatoes. They're too squishy. Like, why the fuck you gotta be squishy, tomato? Why can't you just be, like, nice and crisp and delicious? Why can't you be like any other vegetable? And I do know that it's through no fault of the tomato, but they are considered a fruit by the U.S. government. And that's not the tomato's fault, that's the U.S. government's fault. But whatever. I don't like tomatoes. Also, they taste weird. Did you genetically modify tomatoes to be crispy like apples? See, that would be delicious! That would be great! Well, actually, no, it wouldn't be, because tomatoes are still... They taste weird. Never mind. I go back on it. Yes, you could genetically alter them to be crisp like apples, but then I feel like they'd still taste weird. They're considered a vegetable by the US government, but they're really fruits. Oh, is that how it is? Okay. Yeah, the US government considers tomatoes vegetables because that way the pizza is... That way pizza can be served at school lunches because now it meets all the food groups. You don't have to spend money on something else. It's so dumb. I dislike tomato. My dislike for tomatoes is so strong that I don't even particularly care for, like, pasta sauce. I generally like light sauce on a pizza. Given a choice between ketchup and mustard, I will choose mustard. What about warm tomato soup? It's gotta be... I don't know. Tomato soup is one of those things that it's gotta be... Like, I can dip stuff in tomato soup, but I don't really like it. I'm not gonna go out of my way to get tomato soup. Yeah, like, if you get a grilled cheese, yeah, it's kind of fun to dip the grilled cheese in tomato soup. But, like, I'm not gonna go out of my way for tomato soup. I can just have the grilled cheese without the tomato soup. And then the problem is you have so much tomato soup afterwards. It's like, just give me a little dipping cup. Give me a little dipping cup of tomato soup. Ice cream is a soup. That makes it good for you. No, ice cream isn't a soup. Ice cream is ice cream. Consider ice cream more of a stew or chowder than it's ice cream is just ice cream. It isn't any of these other things.
Choo-choo-choo.
Treasure Panda.
Choo-choo.
Is ice cream a soup, a chowder, or something else? I can tell by that look, he's wondering what the hell kind of question that is.
Choo-choo-choo-choo-choo.
It's, exactly. Ice cream is just ice cream. It isn't anything else.
Choo-choo-choo-choo. Choo-choo-choo.
Has Treasure Panda ever had cold ice cream? Of course he has.
Choo-choo.
Ice cream is a stew. Ice cream cannot be a stew because it's not heated. And in order for something to be a stew, it has to be heated.
Choo-choo-choo.
TP have a culinary degree? No, but he knows what tastes good.
Choo-choo-choo-choo-choo. Choo-choo-choo-choo-choo.
He says he's not an artist, but he knows what he likes.
Choo-choo-choo.
What is Treasure Panda's favorite ice cream? What is your favorite ice cream, TP?
Ooh. Choo-choo. Choo-choo.
He likes moose tracks.
Choo-choo. Choo-choo-choo-choo-choo.
It's got little peanut butter cups.
Choo. Choo. Choo-choo-choo-choo.
I know you want ice cream now.
Choo-choo-choo.
Oh yeah, the Catholic Church considers beavers and capybaras a fish.
Choo-choo.
Yeah, they do. They're like, oh yeah, beavers and capybaras are a fish.
Choo.
So that people could eat meat on Friday without pissing off the Catholic Church.
Choo.
I know, it's kind of weird. Is ice cream closer to like a dip? No, it's just ice cream. Why do you guys insist on subclassifying ice cream as something else? Ice cream is just ice cream, and ice cream wouldn't be a dip because what do you dip in ice cream? If I go to the store and buy a thing of ranch dip, I'm not just scooping the ranch dip into my mouth.
Choo.
I know, this is a weird conversation. I dip the spoon in. I'm not eating the spoon, though. This is such a weird conversation. Ice cream is just ice cream. No, do not ask that question. I'm not gonna repeat what you said because then we're gonna have a bunch of people arguing about whether or not something is something else. And I don't want to hear that argument because it's not a fucking argument. It just is, the food item is what the food item is.
Choo.
I am the kind of person that thinks that there's too many delineations of like one animal to another. So it's just like, it's like, oh, well, technically this one bird that looks like every single other bird and it acts like a bunch of these other birds, it's its own family of bird because I didn't like the way that its tail feather looked. I hate that shit. It drives me nuts.
Choo.
All right, Treasure Panda, we need to pick up some logs.
Choo.
Is that lined up? Yes, it is. Oh!
Choo.
I was going to use the crane to pick up all the logs.
Choo.
Do we want to manually load all the logs?
Choo.
Then you get to use the crane, though. If you manually load all the logs, you get to use the crane.
Choo.
He doesn't particularly care. We use the crane, chat? Do we use the crane? Max immersion. Crane, yeah? Alright, we'll use the crane.
Choo.
I know you don't want to work, Treasure Panda. I know you don't want to work, but sometimes it's kind of fun to, you know, to do that.
Choo.
Alright, crane time.
Choo.
Do you mind if I joined you? I would prefer just to play by myself. Thank you, though. Because then I think I'd have to leave game and then start it in multiplayer mode, so... Alright, crane mode!
Choo.
Ooh, I like how the little cab moves up. That's fun. Oh, man. We might have to rip... Oh! Am I gonna have to move this whole trailer?
Choo.
I know. I don't want to have to move. You know what? This'll work. This'll work. This is fine.
Choo.
Alright, Treasure Panda, show them how good you are with crane games.
Choo. Ooh, choo choo.
2 for 1. Look at that. Let's go.
Choo choo. Ooh, choo 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 choo.
You're losing it. You're losing it.
Choo choo. 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 Choo.
Goodness.
Choo choo. Choo choo. Choo choo. Whoa.
I don't know why we decided to let Treasure Panda operate the crane. Or we decided that this was the correct course of action for this.
Choo 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 choo. Choo-choo!
There you go. There's one.
Choo-choo!
Any chance of Zach playing Pal World? I played it previously. It didn't particularly care for it. I don't like survival crafting games, and it reminded me too much of Ark, which I'm not really a big fan of.
Choo-choo-choo. Choo-choo-choo.
Yes, Ark is boring. Thank you, Treasure Panda.
Oh, choo-choo. Choo-choo. Choo-choo.
Don't just release it from there, TP. Don't just release it from there.
Choo-choo!
What did I just say? Look, now it's not loaded properly.
Oh, choo-choo. Choo-choo. Choo. Choo. Ooh, ooh. Choo-choo.
All right, one more.
Choo-choo.
I don't know how 3 logs is enough to make up this whole thing, but it's fine.
Choo-choo. Ooh, choo-choo.
It's like how Treasure Panda's little fingers try to grab all the French fries every time I get them.
Choo-choo.
I played Ark for 10 minutes 3 years ago, and I still want my money back.
Choo-choo. Choo-choo. Choo. Choo-choo. Ooh, choo-choo.
I fit.
Choo-choo.
Okay then. I don't know why you just released it there.
Choo-choo-choo-choo-choo.
So you can grab it here. All right. Hot take: Ark is just Pal. Pal World is Ark, but with Pokemon. I don't think that's a hot take. I think that's an accurate description.
Choo-choo. Choo.
Yeah, you kind of bonked into the side of the truck there.
Ooh, choo-choo.
Sometimes these cranes are kind of a bastard to operate. I'm gonna be honest.
Choo-choo.
I'm amazed Treasure Panda is doing as well as he is.
Ooh. Choo-choo.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of bullshit. That's like right there.
Ooh, choo-choo. Choo-choo. Choo-choo.
Sometimes this game is kind of dumb when it comes to like organizing those. There you go.
Choo-choo-choo. Choo-choo.
All right. Go ahead and restore the crane.
Choo-choo.
Great. Pack cargo.
Choo-choo.
Good work, TP.
Choo-choo-choo. Choo-choo.
All right. Now, we deliver the logs.
Choo-choo-choo-choo. Choo-choo-choo-choo. Choo.
You know, how much fuel do we have? We'll be fine.
Choo-choo-choo-choo. Choo-choo.
Thank you for helping with the logs, Treasure Panda.
Choo-choo-choo. Choo-choo-choo.
All right. Let's deliver the logs. Damn, this truck's got some fucking pull to it. Holy shit. I mean, it does have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 wheels. We need Treasure Panda body pillow. Maybe a Treasure Panda plushie, but I don't know if I trust you fuckers with a Treasure Panda body pillow. What if it looked like that Tanuki pillow? Oh, that would be so cute. Oh my god. Alright, I have to show chat the Tanuki pillow. I have to show chat the Tanuki pillow. Hang on. I gotta find it really quick. I gotta show you guys the Tanuki pillow. Where is it? But there it is. There's the Tanuki pillow. Oh my god. Alright, hang on. Let me make sure that I'm not gonna fucking dox myself here. I know what we do. Hang on. Give me just 1 second. I gotta show you guys the Tanuki pillow. No, see, I want to show you guys the Tanuki pillow. Okay, I can just do that. There we go, because now it doesn't have my address on it. Nope, can't do that. Come on, Amazon, don't be stupid. I'm trying to. I'm trying to find an image that I can show you guys. Hey, there we go. Great. All right, chat. Are you ready to see the Tanuki pillow? Are you ready to see the Tanuki pillow? Behold the Tanuki pillow. Look at the Tanuki pillow. What if I made a Treasure Panda pillow like that? The only problem is I feel like there's no way it would actually look like that. There's no way it would actually be that shape. Like, it would just be, I don't know, not that shape. Hang on, I'm gonna see if I can find... It's not actually as big as I thought it would be. Hang on. He really isn't that big. Perfect. Yeah, there we go. See, he's not really that big. But that's kind of what I worry about, is that it wouldn't look as good as that. But yeah, that would be pretty funny if I could just make that into a, if I could just make that into a Treasure Panda pillow. Make one 4 times that size. That would be too big. Needs little magnets in the hand so it can hold stuff. Oh, that'd be so cute. Oh, that would be adorable. I'm gonna have to look into that. We can make a Treasure Panda Tanuki pillow thing. You want to be able to sit in it like a beanbag? Then you're gonna have to look into a love sack, my friend. I will not be able to supply you with a beanbag-sized Treasure Panda plush. No, Love Sack. S-A-C-K. Love Sack. They're just basically gigantic beanbags. Ooh, goodness. Is this actually... Yeah, we can... Oh, no, that was too much. That was too much. There's no way we're making that turn. There we go. I threw a love sack of Uncle Larry. Oh, God. That would be scary. That would be prohibitively expensive as well. And also changed... Oh, that's right. That only changes the wheels. Alright. Well... We should be able to make it across without too much of a problem. Is Treasure Panda roughly the size of a normal raccoon? Yeah, he is. He's about normal raccoon size. Imagine having this job in real life seems stressful. Yeah, probably. Like, driving across... Yeah. I would think doing this specific part of the drive would kind of suck. Some of it I don't think would be too bad, but... This, driving across a flooded river with, what is, let's be honest, probably several $100,000 worth of wood on the back of a $1 million truck would probably be a little bit stressful. Two fat raccoons fighting in your yard right now? Dude, you should start a raccoon fighting ring. Don't actually do that. If I did a limited run of Larry beanbags, it would sell out like 5 to 20. I'd have to find a company that would be willing to do that sponsorship, though. They'd have to be willing to make those for me. Bank on the FOMO. I'm not Bungie. I'm not gonna bank on FOMO. You better get in. You better play the new season. You better play the new season. It's gonna end soon. You better play it. You don't want to miss out on the really cool gun, you guys. If you miss out on the really cool gun, then how are you going to be disappointed when we vault it in 3 months? Can we get another talking head video with my wife? Is that something that you guys would want to see? I feel like the reception to that video was very good, but I don't know if that's something that people would necessarily want to see. So that's probably because I feel like most of the time people don't want to see stuff with me in it anyway, because I have very little to no self-confidence. Enjoyed the video, thought it was very nice. Thank you. People did really seem to enjoy it, so I don't know, maybe I should do another one. You would listen to me all day? Aw. I'm a fool because I'm a goat? No, I'm not. I'm a human being. I'm just kidding. I know that there's a difference. Alright. Now, we must deliver... Ooh, we should go to the gas station first. That is a smart idea. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go to the gas station first. People want to hear some wife rants. She has learned from the master, which would be me. I rant about a lot of things. Alright, so we'll refuel first. We'll go to the gas station and listen to the really bad country music that they're playing. And now we need to do route planning. So first, I think we should probably deliver to... What's going to be the more difficult one? I think depending on the route, the drilling site will probably be the more difficult one. So why don't we get that one out of the way first? Yeah, we'll just take actual roads there. As opposed to taking this path. Because this path might be shorter, but it's going to be... I'm going to burn way more fuel getting there. And then instead of going this way, I think we'll take the more muddy path through past the farm. Because, like, I don't trust this right here. Or this. Which truck am I currently driving? It is a truck that's in the game. It was in one of the DLCs. I can tell you in just a second. But it's a mod of that truck. Because in the base game, it's good, not great. I'm currently driving the Western Star 1430 is the one I'm driving. It's a Western Star 1430. You got an Norinco Type 81. Ooh, congratulations. Chat has made you very hungry. Chat has also made me hungry. I'm hungry now, too. I gotta figure out what I want for dinner. It's gonna be annoying. I don't want to do that. I don't want to think about what I want for dinner. I just want to have dinner. Autism makes deciding on food difficult. Yeah, it absolutely does. It's so frustrating. I could have this for dinner. No. What about this? No. What about if I did? No! That's what it's like anytime I try to decide what to eat. It's just my brain going, no! But that's food, though. Yeah, I know. That's why I want to eat it. Yeah, but it's food. Why are you thinking about food when you could be thinking about not food? Thanks, brain. Brain, what do we, I'm hungry. What do we want to eat? Logs. No. Rubber. No. Tree. Are you just looking? You're just seeing things in the world and saying that's what you want to eat, brain. Thanks.
Subscriptions. You must really hate money.
Oh my god. Thank you so much, Angus, for 25 gifted subscriptions. Holy shit. Thank you so much, dude. $25 gifted subscriptions from Angus5636. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it, dude. Alright, so. Change suspension mode. Engage all-wheel drive. Well, someone just got paid. No, but I am starting a new job on Monday, assuming I can get the police check through on time. Well, good luck on the new job, Angus. I hope that works out well for you. Sweet truck there. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty neat truck. I'm into it. Do I think moving to the US could be a good idea if I wanted a real job in the gun industry? I am not sure. I don't know what the firearms laws are in your country. So I couldn't tell you. It also depends what you want to do in the firearms industry. So yeah, I don't know. I guess, you know, it depends on what country you're from. If you come from a country that has, like, really good national health care, and you have any medical problems here, you can just go back to your own country for... Go back to your own country and get the treatment, and then fly back here, and that probably will be cheaper than getting the treatment here. Maybe not faster, but... there was a... Oh, what is his name? Oni from Oni Cartoons had a video where he was talking about how he had a dental problem. And... Thank you very much, Angus, for the 1,000 bits. I really appreciate it, man. Very few creators out there that deserve recognition and success as much as you and Mike. Thank you for putting yourselves out there. Thank you very much, man. There was an episode, I forget what it was, but Oni from Oni Cartoons. I think it's like Chris O'Neill. Is that his name? I'm like blanking right now because ADHD brain. Anyway, he was talking about how he had a dental problem and it was cheaper for him to fly back to Ireland, which is where he's from, get the dental work done, and then fly back to the United States than it was to have the dental work done in the US. So, yeah. If you're from a country, if you're thinking about coming to the United States to try to get a job in the firearms industry, and you're from a country with good national health care or a good health care system, and they allow dual citizenship, then I don't see why you wouldn't want to try to come to the US. But if you have to choose between citizenship and, I don't know, having health problems taken care of, then maybe, I don't, you know, maybe seriously consider that first. Happy to hear the red-eye pufferfish I named after you arrived is happy and healthy, though on his first day he managed to get into the plastic breeder box and started to panic because he couldn't get out. So I had to save the little goober from literal baby jail. Oh no! I'm a stupid pufferfish! Was I a Newgrounds kid back in the day? Dude, absolutely I was. I spent a bunch of time on Newgrounds and Albino Black Sheep and all of the other, like, Flash animation / game websites. I spent so much freaking time on those. What was Armor Games was another one. There was, oh god, what was another one? There were so many different ones. They had so many fun games on Armor Games. It's kind of sad that all of those are just like gone now. Thing games were my jam. Dude, I played so much Thing Arena. Thank you very much, Angus, for the 500 bits. Still on a Destiny kick at the moment. Hit the boss through the wall, the boss string without ever entering, so that was nice. I think the Wish Ender bow was like kind of fucking broken, if I remember correctly. I don't begrudge anyone when they say that they're still they're still like enjoying playing Destiny. I keep thinking about wanting to go back and play it some more, but like I just can't do it anymore. I got so like burned out on it and so tired of it. I'm out at the end of Lightfall. Yeah, I don't blame you. I forget what DLC it was that I got out after. It was whatever the DLC was where they started vaulting, where they vaulted all of the legacy content, so you couldn't play Red War campaign anymore. That was when I stopped playing. Was it Beyond Light? I think it might have been. It was just like, and I know I've talked about this before, but it was just like, Dude, I spent $60 on this game, and I bought all the DLC up until this point. And now you're telling me that everything that I paid money for is free, and in addition to that, I can't play the campaign that I paid $60 for. Great. Thanks. Oh, and all the weapons that I spent hours and hours and hours getting rolling and re-rolling and re-rolling and getting until I finally got a good roll of it. And not even a good roll for PvP. It's a good roll for single player. Because that's primarily what I did. I didn't play PvP. So it's not even a god roll for PvP. It's just good for single player. I can't use that weapon anymore. Wow. Thanks. Thanks, Bungie. Thanks so much. Yeah, man, that I got real like burned out and mad after that. It's a victory that $60 is all I spent. Oh no, dude, I had bought like all the DLCs up to that point. And I had bought multiple of the fucking the things you use. That I had paid money to use like the store, the in-game store, multiple times. I honestly, when I stopped playing it, I probably had spent at the least $400 on that game at this point, or when I stopped playing it. I probably had spent close to $400 on it. So, yeah. They got their fucking pound of flesh out of me. And it's not 400 all at once, which doesn't really make it any better. Because, you know, it's like, you buy the campaign, which was $60, you buy the DLC when that comes out, which was like $30. And then, like, maybe every 2 weeks or so, you spend like $20 on the game. For the, whatever the silver, it wasn't silver, whatever the in-game currency was. So, yeah. How did I get into the small arms repair train? It was purely through my time in the military. That was basically it. Yeah, it was, I joined the military and that's how I got started, like, officially doing small arms repair. Oh, it is silver? Okay. I couldn't remember what it was called. The seasons were the reason you stopped playing? Yeah, I kind of wish that I'd stopped playing when they started doing seasons. You know, I don't know if you could get I feel like if you got a disc copy of Destiny 2 and cracked it and played it offline, you still wouldn't be able to play Red War. Because, like, I'm pretty sure that a disc copy of the game just only gets you basically a download code. So, have I ever thought of uploading a detailed tutorial on how to clean your guns? I have, actually. I'm currently in the planning stages of doing a video on what is the first gun I should buy, because I get asked that question a lot. So I'm currently in the planning stages of doing a, what's the first gun I should buy video. And then once I've done that, I would also like to do a, this is how to clean your firearm video. And it basically will be like, this is how to clean your handgun. And then maybe at some point I could do a bunch of other firearms. So like I could do one on an AR-15, I could do one on blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I think, I am considering doing a, how to clean your firearm video. It is a little difficult, though, and I did see that there's a visit from the Treasure Panda. We'll bring him in here in a second. It is a little difficult, though, because, like, I released the first gun cleaning stream, and that did really well. Like, I don't want to sound like I'm complaining. I don't want to sound like I'm bitching about shit. I really appreciate the amount of views it got, and I know that it's the YouTube algorithm, and they will just fuck with you. But, like, I released the first gun cleaning stream that I did on YouTube, and it got like 130,000 views. It got a ton of views. People loved it. And then I released the second one, and it got like 30,000 views. And I was like, that's a little strange, but alright, you know. I felt a little off the day I was doing that, but I don't understand why people wouldn't really view it as much. And then I released the third one on YouTube, and it hasn't even passed like 10,000 views. And I don't really know why, because it's the same stuff that I made. It's the same content. It's the same style of content. It's just, I don't know why people didn't really watch the third one. So it's kind of like, do I really want to go to a bunch of effort? And that was just re-uploading streams, right? So it's like, do I want to go to the effort of making a 20 to 30 minute long video that I have to record a bunch of B-roll for, and I'll have to, like, not necessarily write a script for, but I have to plan out what I'm going to say, record all this B-roll, get all this stuff done, and then it's only going to get like 8,000 views. So it's just kind of like, do I really want to put all that work in? Oh, thank you, Hex. Yeah, the first gun cleaning stream, the YouTube video, got 136,000 views. The second gun cleaning stream got 40,000 views, and then the third one got 9.9 thousand. So it still hasn't even broken 10,000 views. So it's, I don't know. Things could they release so close together? I don't think so. Because they released, like, I want to say the first and second one was like within a week of each other, and then the third one was like 10 days later. So I don't know. It's one of those things that's like, I really don't know what happened there, and the only thing I can figure is, was it just the algorithm just fucking me? Who knows? Yeah, who knows? Didn't even realize I put more than one up. See, I think it's, honestly, I do think it's the algorithm had just kind of screwed me on that one. So I uploaded to my, hard to sit down and prepare to watch a video that's over 1 hour. See, yeah, I can understand that. I get that. That makes sense. I uploaded the Twitch stream of me talking about SHOT Show to YouTube, and YouTube just immediately decided, within seconds of me uploading the video, they immediately decided that it wasn't suitable for all advertisers. And when I requested a manual review, they said, nope, it's not suitable for all advertisers. And it's just, again, it's like, come on, dude, there's all these other people. There's all of these other people that are making videos about SHOT Show, and their videos still get ads on them. So, and yes, I know that YouTube shits on anything gun related. I'm very, very aware of that. I'm very aware of that. But yeah, it's frustrating. And then I got my tinfoil hat conspiracy is the reason YouTube shits on anything about guns is because gun views, whether YouTube likes it or not, and they don't like it, videos on gun shit get a lot of views. And I really do think that it's because they're just like, oh, we just don't want to pay them. Well, I don't really think that. That's my tinfoil hat conspiracy, is that YouTube just doesn't want to pay people for it. And then it's plausible deniability of, oh, well, there was a guy and he did bad stuff and he watched this YouTube channel, but it's not our fault because we don't pay him. So, whatever. Anyway, we continue driving the truck. Oh, and Treasure Panda!
Choo-choo!
Hello, Treasure Panda.
Choo-choo-choo! Choo-choo-choo-choo-choo! Choo-choo-choo!
I do not keep you... Don't you lie to chat, Treasure Panda. I don't keep you locked in a box until it's time for you to show up.
Choo-choo-choo! Choo-choo! Choo-choo!
Little scamp. Don't believe his lies, chat. He wants you to believe that he stays locked in a box. He doesn't, though.
Choo-choo-choo!
He just gets to run around and just do whatever he wants.
Choo-choo-choo-choo!
Locked in a box equals sleeping in a dumpster. You're right. He's not locked in a box. He can leave the dumpster whenever he wants. It's even one of those fancy dumpsters with the sliding side door to it.
Choo-choo-choo! Choo-choo-choo-choo!
I think what we'll do, chat, is we'll pick up these logs. This is in your homeland, Michigan. I don't think Michigan actually looks like this.
Choo-choo-choo-choo!
What was I saying? Oh, I think what we'll do is we'll do this mission. We'll finish this one, right? We'll finish delivering the logs. So we only got one set of logs to deliver. So we'll finish delivering the logs. And then that'll probably be good for me for tonight because I'm starting to get real hungry.
Choo-choo-choo!
Oh, hey, we're bringing the sign with us. No, we're not.
Choo-choo-choo-choo!
Free Treasure Panda. Well, thank you very much for the bits.
Choo-choo-choo!
I will use those, excuse me. I will use those bits to let Treasure Panda get the sandwich of his choosing.
Choo-choo-choo!
Or salad?
Choo-choo-choo-choo! Choo-choo-choo-choo!
He likes salads. He says they're tasty. All right, well, maybe he'll get a salad.
Choo-choo-choo! Choo-choo! Choo-choo-choo-choo! Choo-choo-choo-choo!
You put all that stuff on a salad, that's really less of a salad and more of just a bunch of different meats put together with some lettuce.
Choo-choo-choo-choo!
He says he's gonna get a salad. You don't win friends with salad, Treasure Panda.
Choo-choo-choo! Choo-choo-choo-choo-choo-choo!
He says you do if you make a salad with the stuff that he wants on it. And earlier he said that he'll get a salad with eggs and ham and chicken and bacon and ranch and cheese. So I guess maybe that's what he means by a salad. What about tomatoes? Do you want tomatoes on the salad? No. That was quite a noise. He doesn't like tomatoes either. Cobb salad? Yeah, Cobb salad. Man, I could go for a fucking salad.
Another resubscriber.
Thank you very much, End My Salt, for the 2-month subscription. What's the worst thing that happened to my 5-ton in the army? I had a K-loader just spray hydraulic fluid last night while loading an aircraft. Ugh. No, not the poisonous cherry juice everywhere. What's the worst thing that happened to... I guess it didn't really happen to my 5-ton, but I had to pull a generator at one point. Like a trailer with a generator on it, and for some reason the brakes wouldn't unlock for it, so I just pulled it until the brakes gave out. That's probably the worst thing that ever happened to my 5-ton. One of my friends lost his fingertip in a 5-ton, but that was because he was working on the engine during PMCS, and then someone started the engine and didn't say clear first, And so the fan belt ripped off the chunk of, or ripped off his like a chunk of one of his fingers. It grew back though.
Choo.
I know. So that happened to one of my friends while he was I was a grow back. It was like just it. So it ripped off like just the front like chunk of his finger. It didn't like properly rip his whole finger off. It just like really fucked up the whole front of his finger. And I think it ripped like all the skin meat off the front of it.
Choo.
No, it wasn't degloved. It was basically just like it. Imagine you took your finger and then just slammed it into a belt sander while it was running. That's basically what happened. Better question is the guy who got in trouble, the guy who started the truck without checking that everything's clear, the guy who lost his chuck of his finger, since there's no justice in this world. I think he did get yelled at for it, but he didn't get the guy who lost a chunk of his finger did get yelled at for it, but he didn't like get in trouble. And then the guy who started the truck probably got yelled at, but also didn't get in trouble, most likely. Thank you very much, Angus, for the 1,500 bits. What are my thoughts on directly supporting specific creators with services like Nebula and Patreon over watch time on YouTube? A creator I follow recently gave viewers free license to use ad block on YouTube if they sub to Patreon, because Patreon gives them infinitely more money than YouTube ad money ever will. I may have to make a Patreon at some point. I think that might not be a bad idea. Just to, I don't know, maybe make it a little bit easier to continue making stuff.
Choo.
And getting Treasure Panda sandwiches.
Choo.
All right, and we're just gonna do that this time.
Choo.
Because I'm starting to get real hungry.
Choo.
These Ko-Fi, they don't take a cut. Yeah, but like I feel like that's probably harder to use. So I don't know. I'll have to look into some different stuff, and I don't even know if that's something I'm gonna do yet.
Choo.
We'll have to see. I gotta look at what my options are, what I can do, or if it's even something that I want to or need to do.
Choo.
Am I gonna eat Treasure Panda if I get too hungry? No! I don't think he'd taste very good anyway.
Choo.
Besides, he is a precious treasure. Hey, you guys can totally, yeah, you just, I'll tell you where the dead drop location is, and you guys just send, non-sequential unmarked bills to that location, and then I can just go pick it up. Have I ever played Payday 3? I have not played Payday 3. I played Payday 2, and I heard Payday 3 was not very good. Have I ever eaten a Payday? Yeah, they're pretty good. Shorter Panda, you ever eaten a Payday? He likes candy bars that have a lot of peanuts. I have not played Vermintide 2. I played, what's the Warhammer 40k one? It's not Vermintide. Why can I not think of the Warhammer 40k one? Oh, what is the name of that one? Darktide! Yes, Darktide. I played a bunch of Darktide. Yeah, I haven't played Vermintide, have played Darktide. Dude, Disposal Unit's such a good song in that game. Darktide actually has a lot of really good music in it, but... I played Veteran in Darktide. That was pretty much the only class. I played a little bit of Ogryn, but I basically just only ever played Veteran. Because of course I did. Treasure Panda played Ogryn. He played a lot of Ogryn. He liked bonking people. Like, I said that in past tense. He likes bonking people. Want hope for Payday 3, but with sounds from the devs, my hope is dwindling. Yeah, I've heard that the devs have basically just kind of, like, not said anything. So, I don't know. Thank you very much, Treasure Panda, for stopping by once again. TP does look like a crafty bonker. He's an accomplished bonker. He's very good at it. If you're not looking out, he'll get you. This truck does not look like it would be road legal. No, it totally is. Maybe, you know, honestly, with the logs on the back, it probably would still be road legal. I used to see this kind of thing more often, but... TP is an accomplished bonker. What about Uncle Larry? Uncle Larry is really good at doing other things to people. The stabbing variety. I can't, you know, actually, I can't prove that. I shouldn't say that. That might be considered slander. I bet if he wanted to stab people, he'd be very good at it. I have no proof that he has stabbed people. Thank you very much, and my salt, for stopping by. Good luck on unloading the really heavy air cargo. Alright, let's see. We need to deliver this one to the quarry. So we'll go get fuel. Easily enough. Or easily done. Ooh. We'll go refuel the truck. All right. Well, thank you very much, Angus, for stopping by. Thank you so much for the bits and all the gift subscriptions. I really appreciate it, man. Enjoy the food when I get it and the rest of my evening as well. I will do my absolute best. What do I think of Pal World? It wasn't really for me. I didn't particularly care for it, but it's like I don't like survival crafting games. So what are you gonna do? Do I think anything will come of the Nintendo Pal World thing? I don't think so. I really do think that if Nintendo was going to sue Pal World or the developer over Pal World, they would have done it already. I feel like they got nothing other than that it's kind of like Pokemon. That's really the only thing that they got. Yeah, I really do believe that. Nintendo's just mad people are having fun. Well, you know, maybe they should have made the last, I don't know, 5, 6 Pokemon games fun. Because, like, man, they have all kind of sucked. The last Pokemon game I remember, the last Pokemon game I enjoyed playing was Let's Go Pikachu. And that's just Pokemon Red. That's just an updated Pokemon Red, or Yellow, whatever you want to go with. So, yeah, I don't feel any kind of way about the fact that people like Pal World. It's, like, it's fine. It doesn't bother me at all. It's not my kind of game. It would be nice if when the next Pokemon game comes out, they've actually done a ton of innovation. I think it would be really cool if the next Pokemon game came out and it just, like, blew Pal World out of the water. That would be cool. But, I mean, that isn't going to happen because they just kind of don't really give a shit. Thank you very much, Bass Pro Burrow, for the 2 months of subscription. I really appreciate it, man. Taking quite a while to get there, though. What color would I prefer my chicken to be? How do you mean? Like cooked chicken or like chickens that I have as pets? Or I don't know what you mean. What do you mean? What color would I prefer my chicken to be? Because if it's what color, then it's whatever color is the, or if it's like for chicken food, then it's whatever color is the most cooked. He's asking if I like my chicken medium rare. Oh god. I remember seeing a fucking image from a Facebook post. This was ages ago. But this woman is like, "Hey guys, I just finally tried out my new chicken sushi." And like, it's just a bunch of fucking raw chicken on top of rice. And one dude is just like, "That's gonna give you salmonella." And she just replies, "It's not salmon, it's chicken." It's like, holy shit, that is so bad. That's such a bad idea. Oh my god. Just the response of, "It's not chicken, it's salmon," fucking killed me. You joke, but chicken sashimi exists. I know that they eat raw chicken in Japan. You know, they probably have some other type of preparation for it. And maybe the chickens are healthier. I don't know. I don't think that I'm not eating it. That's all I'm saying. I wouldn't, if I went to Japan, the first thing on my list is not going to be chicken sashimi. Japanese food has magical properties where you can eat eggs raw and eat chickens raw and not die. It's not like that here. See, you know what's interesting is in the United States, eggs all have to be refrigerated, right? Like chicken eggs all have to be refrigerated. But in the UK, I don't think they refrigerate any of the eggs. Like, you're not allowed to refrigerate them. And it's because the US and the UK have like two different processes for preparing eggs. Which is weird to me. They don't refrigerate their milk either. What? How do you not refrigerate milk? Doesn't it just immediately go bad? Or is it like the ultra high temperature milk that they kept serving us in Iraq? Oh god, that sounds horrifying. Oh yeah, so the milk that we got in Iraq was UHT milk. Which is milk that's been, like, mega pasteurized or some shit. I don't fucking know. They do something different to the milk. So it's milk that can basically be stored at up to, like, 120 degrees and it's fine. Like, nothing happens to it. And it tastes kind of weird. Eggs have naturally have a protective coating. If that coating is washed off, they have to be refrigerated. Huh. Alright. Who wants 100-degree milk? Nobody wants 100-degree milk. That's the problem. And then it just tastes weird, even if you do refrigerate it. It's the whole point of having the UHT milk is so that you can deliver it without having to worry about refrigerating it. That's the whole point of having UHT milk. So that it can be delivered from one spot to another one. You don't have to transport it on refrigerated trucks. Ow. And then, yeah, you don't have to worry about it. But just like, man, it's UHT milk is not good. You know, Adam V 1029, usually I am on a constant campaign to die on the hill of, if you're not at war, it's not a war crime. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead and agree with you that UHT milk is a war crime. That is the kind of thing that should get you tried at The Hague. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, UHT milk was not good. I did not like it. The only time I willingly took UHT milk was to put it on cereal. That was like the only time. Yay, we did it! Mission completed! Can I... Yeah, we can get back to this trailer store. We'll do that. We'll get to the trailer store. I'm gonna start wrapping up the stream. Isn't UHT like a powdered milk? No, when we got it, it was always, like, milk form. It was always milk brand milk. What am I thinking about eating? I don't know. I'm not sure. I kind of want a salad now. I don't know where I would get one, though. Or UHT milk is what they used in Star Wars. They just added blue dye. It doesn't surprise me. I know UHT milk has been around for a long time. It just tastes weird. It tastes like... I'm trying to think about how to describe beep boop emote only chat to you, but I don't have to. I can just push a button and then it does it. I'm trying to think about how to describe the flavor of UHT milk to someone who has never had it before. And it's like... It's like milk-flavored water. Yeah. That's a good way of describing it. It's not like... It's not just straight up like water, but it's like water with a hint of milk flavor. It's not very good. I don't like it. And yeah, like I said, the only time I would ever really drink UHT milk was when I added it to cereal. That was pretty much it. And when I was in Iraq, this is one of the times that my weird taste in cereal actually benefited me. Because we would get these big, like, pallets of little single-serving bowls of cereal, right? So when you go up to the dining facility, they don't have to have a bunch of, like, boxes of cereal, okay? You just grab one of the little tiny single-serving bowls. So whenever they would get new ones in, the things that would be gone instantly were always like Frosted Flakes, because what was it? Frosted Flakes, Fruit Loops, Trix cereal, anything that was like, you know, like a tasty cereal was just gone immediately. But I'm a fucking weirdo, and I love Raisin Bran. And there was always tons of Raisin Bran and Special K. I love those cereals. They're really good. And there was always tons of Raisin Bran and Special K. Because nobody ever wanted those. So I could just grab like 3 or 4 things of Raisin Bran and just be totally happy with that. Also, a fun fact about Raisin Bran and Special K. They have just as much, if not more sugar than like... than Frosted Flakes. They're just fooling you into thinking it's healthy. It is not fucking healthy. There was just as much sugar in Raisin Bran. Same thing for Special K. That's just fucking Frosted Flakes with a "we're healthy" sticker slapped on it. It is not. It absolutely isn't healthy. Do not believe their lies. It's delicious though. I fucking love it. But yeah, yeah. American cereal is just fucking sugar in a box. I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love American cereal, but it is just sugar in a fucking box. All right, get rid of this trailer because I don't need it anymore. Great. Recover the garage. Change the frame on here. Which bed did I have on this thing? I don't remember. Oh, it's probably the one that I have already paid for. Probably that one. Oh damn, I can put a Tatra loading crane on this thing? Holy shit. That's a chunky loading crane. Do I have no spare tires? Are there upgrades that include spare tires? I wish there was like a little thing that went behind the cab that had like, I don't know, like 2 spare tires and some repair resources or like a gas tank or something. I mean, I guess I can put this big chunky loading crane back there. That thing is freaking huge, but that's a good loading crane. This truck is cool, though. I'm going to turn the mode only chat off because I'm probably going to end the stream in a second here. So, yeah, we got that one. And then this one, because somebody asked earlier, this one is a mod of... Is it highway? Is it heavy? Oh, I guess it would be high or off-road. Honk. I know, I turned it off a little early. Where is it? All right, well, whatever. I don't know where that truck specifically is. I don't know why I can't find it right now. That's a little annoying, but anyway. Well, thank you all for tuning into the stream. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Hope you enjoyed talking about weird different things. But I have to get going because I'm very hungry and I want to eat food. Let me see something. All right. Yeah, I need to eat food. So I will see you guys later. Thank you all for tuning in. Hope you guys had a lot of fun, and I will catch you all on the next one. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. Goodbye. Go away. You can leave now. You can leave. The stream's over. I don't know why you're still here, because the stream's done. Go. Shoo. Beat it. Scram. Leave.